Hey kids, I'm going to read this book again. So if you already heard it and saw my video about it, you don't have to watch it again, but maybe there'll be new things we'll notice this time. This time I wanted to do one in landscape mode, so it's easier to watch on your devices. So I love this book. Okay, this book is written by Jan Thomas. She's one of the best children's writers ever. In fact, whenever I read Jan Thomas's books, I have to do this. Thank you, Jan Thomas. And usually the kids in my class do the same thing. They say, thank you, Jan Thomas. We shout out to her. So this one is her book called The Doghouse. And we have some characters that we're used to. The mouse, who's very smart and really kind of tells all the other friends what to do. And then on the back, we see some of the animals we're going to see. Pig, duck, and cow. And, oh, let's go ahead and read this. Who is brave enough to go into the doghouse? Not me, says the pig, but Duck is brave. And Duck is pointing at both of them, saying, Pig and cow are brave. And then Cow says, how about Mouse? And Mouse is like, ah! Can you do that? Like he's got his little paws up. Ah! And then the other thing I love about Jan Thomas's books is they start immediately. So Cow kicked the ball, and everybody's having fun out in the sunny day, and they're gonna catch the ball, except the ball goes into the doghouse. And it looks dark and scary in there. There it goes. And now look at all of our friends. They're so scared down here at the bottom. Oh, who will go get it out? And then look what is already happening. There's all of a sudden on this sunny day, there's a crack of lightning and it looks like a storm is coming to kind of set the tone for, ooh, scary day. So, little Mouse always he's a good salesman. And he says, Cow will go get it. Cow is big. Cow is strong. Cow is brave. And Cow says, moo, moo. He does not want to go in, moo. But he wants to help his friends, so Cow goes into the doghouse. Doesn't look very happy, does he? Here's my face, like that dog. Like that cow. Can you make a face like that cow? Good face. But Cow does not come out. Look how scared his friends are. Their eyes are even wider than before. They're giant. They're so scared. So now someone else has to go in. Now the cow and ball are in the doghouse. Who will get them out? These Mouse and Duck are pointing to Pig. Pig does not want to go in. And then Mouse says, Pig will. Pig is smart. Pig is wise. Pig is stinky. And Pig folds his arms across his chest and says, Stinky? I wouldn't like that either, would you? But I love it that Pig stands up for himself. He goes in, but he says, I am not stinky. I love that he makes that clear. If no one else is going to say he's not stinky, he'll stand up for himself. Sometimes you have to do that. And he goes into the doghouse. But Pig does not come out. And Duck is so scared, and he's hugging Mouse, and he's saying, quack, quack. Quack, 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 quack. Now, Cow and Pig and the ball are in the doghouse. Who will get them out? Mouse is pushing Duck, and he's saying really loud, quack, quack, quack. And Mouse says, Duck will. Duck will get him out. Duck is, Duck is noisy. And sure enough, he's got his hands up saying, quack, 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 quack. Can you do that? Do you want to be that little duck for a minute and just go quack, 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 quack. That's fun to do. So Duck goes into the doghouse, and as he walks, he's got questions. See the question mark? He's saying, quack, 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 as he goes into the doghouse. But Duck does not come out. And now little mouse just says, can't you come out, Duck? And he sees this scary face. We haven't even seen this character yet. It's the dog. And it looks scarier than ever. And then he asks, can't you come out, Duck? And then the dog answers, no, because I'm having duck for dinner. Scares the mouse. So the mouse goes around. Well, first the mouse is terrified. Look at how big, you can tell how loud the mouse is being with how big these words are. And it's duck for dinner. Do you want to say that like that? Duck for dinner? But then the mouse goes around and looks in the window of the doghouse, and he sees, oh, they're having dinner together. That's why nobody ever went out, is because they're having such a good time in Dog's house at his dinner party. And Dog turns around and says, too bad Mouse couldn't come too. And the cow says, more turnip stock? That's their favorite food, turnips, more turnip stock. There's the ball. There they are enjoying this wonderful dinner party in Dog's house. But I like the last page, which is the very end papers of the book, where we get to see that Mouse does go in and sits on the ball around the table to join them. And Dog comes in with this delicious cake and says, glad you could join us for cake, Mouse. And Mouse says, cake? That's how I feel about cake. And they all lived happily ever after. Scary, but such a good ending. Thanks for joining me with this wonderful book. I love you, Jen Thomas, forever.